What's up, everybody? I'm Melody Angel. I'm a professional guitar player. And let's see if it can work for you. If you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and click the notification bell to see more videos like this. And if you want to support this channel, please sign up for my Patreon. I really appreciate that too. First things first, when I start any practice, is I have to warm up my hands. And that means even just stretching. So we'll just do this real quick. I hold my hands out and I stretch them. Hold, release. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Release. Shake my hands out. Woo, it feels good. I put my hands together like I'm praying, or like the little pray emoji. Put my hands out and I push one side down, hold, release. Push the other side down, hold, release, and maybe I'll speed up a little bit towards the end. Shake my hands out again. I also warm up my wrists, just do little circles. And for me, this is just for hand health, you know, as you progress as a guitar player. It's only going to make you a better guitar player. The stronger your hands are, the healthier your hands are. Next is the pick. Now, if you're just learning how to play guitar, I would suggest you buy like a mixed bag of picks, because I wish somebody would have told me anything about guitar, but I wish I would have known that the guitar pick really does matter as far as your comfortability playing. So get a little mixed bag of picks and try all of them. Let me just show you this thing. I just want to show you this. So this is a pick case. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? There. This is a pick case that a fan gave to me when I was doing the Byron Bay Blues Festival in Australia. And I still have it, and I just thought it was so awesome with the Jimi Hendrix and everything. But I keep my picks in there. I don't know if we can get a close-up, but this is the pick I use. This is the Diodario Black Ice 55 millimeter. Now I'm extremely comfortable, and I never drop it. That was another thing. Like, some of the picks would just slip out of my hands. They just didn't have the grip I need. Even the grip. Sometimes it's not even how thin it is. It's like I can't hold on to it. It keeps falling out. I never lose these. The thinner picks work better for funky, rhythmic playing, which is more my style. The pick is not going to make you a better guitar player. The pick is like basketball shoes. You're a basketball player and you just have to play in Jordans. That's what you feel most comfortable in, is playing in Jordans. And then somebody else, it's not going to make you play like Michael Jordan, but you feel comfortable. And it's the same with the pick. Like, if you use this pick, that doesn't mean you're going to play like me or Jimi Hendrix or Slash or whatever. And that goes for all of the equipment we're using to play instruments. Like, don't get involved in that. Like, I see a lot of players like, well, Slash uses this amp and Jimi Hendrix used this pedal and this guitar and this, you know, none of that. Like, I play a Fender because of Jimi Hendrix, because I love the tone. But don't for a second think that I thought by getting a Fender, I would sound like Jimi Hendrix. That's not possible. This is about you, not about you sounding like someone else. And if you can learn that right off the bat, you will find your own voice as a guitar player, which I think is the most important. Now let's get to the guitar. Let's go in for a close-up. Okay, so now we're in for hopefully a closer look here. I'm not really used to this, as you probably can tell, but I'm just trying to do my best here. Giving guitar lessons is very new for me, but I've been asked several times by different people, mostly young girls, and I just wanted to try. Maybe I'm better at it than I think I am. Who knows? So the first thing that I do is I warm up my fingers. I already showed you the stretches, but now I'm going to warm up my fingers for playing. And I do this every single time I play guitar. I'm literally just going to go fret by fret all the way down. All the way up and then back. And I'm alternate picking. So this is why you want to start out slow, because the alternate picking is you're going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Start slow and really try to do this with a metronome. That's just on 100 beats per second. And you start off at the top, right? So you just move down. Now you're coming back. Then you move from this first fret to the second. And what you're trying to do is you'll go from here and you go to the second. And you'll do this all the way down till you get to the 12th fret with the double dots. So when you get to the 12th fret, that's your last one. So you... And the whole point is to build control, to warm your fingers up, but also to build control, to build the connection between this hand and this hand, and also to build accuracy. This is looking and seeing, okay, I want to hit this. And also not flaring out your fingers. So really take the time to get good at this, because one of the things I did when I first started was my hands would be out here. So I'd be playing like this. And they're too high. You want to keep your fingers close. They shouldn't lift up too much. Instead of like this. When you're new, you will automatically just be so far from it and be because you're trying to press down really hard, and then you bring your so really work on keeping your fingers close to the fretboard as you can, because in the long run, that's going to make you faster. See, my hands are super close to the fretboard, and they're not all... It takes too long to get to the next note when they're flaring out like that. So keep them close, because that will build you up so that you can play fast at some point as you progress. Not on day one. Just slow down. Everything needs to be slow when you start. And I know that's hard. That's a hard thing to accept, because you want to play fast. You want to play, loose and do all this cool stuff. But if you want to play like that one day, you have to start slow. But the next thing that I do is I try to see the patterns on the notes. I practiced on one string. instead of trying to play all over, so what you want to do is you want to get a jam track and you want to play along to it just using one string. And then the next jam track, you play on the next string. I got really good at just playing solos on one string. And so what that did for me is, and this might be, I don't know if this is right or wrong. I'm going to just say, I don't know if this is right or wrong. This is just how I did it. I taught myself, so it made sense to me. But I would solo on each string, and that would get in my head the patterns of what I assumed were scales, but I didn't know. All I knew was these notes sounded good together. And I'd also work on my alternate picking. I was always, alternate picking was really hard for me in the beginning. I was just playing straight, just downstrokes. And I got really good. And then I saw a video of a solo that Prince was doing. And they did a close-up of his hands, and I saw his hands do this. I saw his hands doing this. His hands were going down and up, down and up, down and up. And I was like, oh, I'm just going down. So that's when I had to just go all the way back and relearn everything that I was working on. Another thing, rhythm. So one of the first songs that I learned was Ain't No Sunshine, because it was 3 chords. And I knew the song so well already singing, because I had sung it, for auditions and stuff. So I knew that the beat, the rhythm of that song was boom, dum, da 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 dum, da da dum, da da dum, wham, da da. And so first things first, I did this. I just lightly held down the strings and worked on the rhythm. So when I put the chords in it, it was the same rhythm. No sunshine when it's gone. It's only darkness every day. Ain't no sunshine when it... Yeah, this ain't no concert, okay? These are tips. You want to see a Melody Angel concert, you come to my next show. You check out my website, melodyangelmusic.com, and you buy your tickets. So my advice, once again, is to slow down. Turn on your favorite song. Lightly hold down the strings so no sound is coming out. And get the rhythm down. If you sing and play, you need to be practicing singing and playing every single day. Because I'm going to tell you, it is 10 times harder to be a lead guitar player that sings than it is to be a lead guitar player. Like, I see guitar players all the time, and they just having such a great time on stage just playing their butts off, right? And I'm like, man, it must be nice to not have to play your butt off and sing at the same time. I remember learning one of the hardest songs to sing and play at the same time is Lenny Kravitz's Are You Gonna Go My Way? Why? Because it's this riff. Now, it's not that difficult to play once you get it, but then you've got to sing to it. You've got to, I was born long ago. I am the chosen, I'm the one. This was so hard. Like, try it. If you've never tried to sing and play this song at the same time, try singing and playing this song. It's going to feel so awkward because the riff is a little off of what the rhythm that you're singing, so it feels out of sync. I had to play that riff a million times. No singing, just playing it. I got it in my soul. It was just in my soul. So I could just play it. I could play this all day. And I realized, oh my God, this is what I have to do for every song, even my own songs, like my Bad Bad Seed song. Girls drag me out for a night on the town. They say the time is in a broken heart and look at me now. After all of that, the last thing I do is I put on, another jam track, and I solo all across the fretboard. So what you'll realize is that when you start playing, you'll play in one spot. And you can just stay here. You'll find yourself just staying here. And you really have to make sure that you can do this. You have to play all over. It's going to take you some time. And listen, a practice routine is only as good as the effort you put behind it. You've got to be pushing yourself. You have to be, make sure when you practice, there's nobody around. You're in a quiet space where you can just focus on the guitar, focus on what you're hearing, focus on how clean you're playing. I say all that to say, you really need to become a good guitar player without effects. Do not hide yourself behind effects, because in the long run, you're just going to be a sloppy player, and you don't want that. You want to be clean. You want to be accurate when you play guitar. And that's the most important thing. Don't fall in the black hole of effects. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys because I have kind of a real boring day of business meetings and just a lot of music business going on. And I can't take my camera with me because people don't like being on camera. And so I thought I would at least share something with you guys today because this is a daily vlog and I'm just trying to stay with it. So tomorrow I'm going to do another guitar lessons. So I think that on the days where I can't bring my camera around other people, I'll do guitar lessons on those days. And so this was the first, and tomorrow what we'll do? We'll work on some chords. We'll work on chords, and I'll pick the chords that I think you can play the most songs out of. Because like if you learn these chords, you can probably play like 20 or 30 songs off of these chords alone. So that's what we'll do tomorrow. We'll work on some chords and get things going. And if there's something that you specifically want me to cover in these little lessons, please let me know in the comment section. I really appreciate it. Okay. Okay, love y'all. See y'all. Goodbye. Be good to each other.